Absolutely.
Have a great day.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
sir.
speaking.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you.
Just wanted to shake your hand and just really briefly for the vlog. I want to say hi.
Hi.
I'm here with a great doctor that's doing great things. Just
Thank
30
you.
seconds. What do you do? And then I'll leave you alone.
It's a one-time neurological solution for suicide, depression, concussion, PTSD, psychological trauma, sometimes chronic pain, sciatica, all these different, medical conditions can be done in one session.
Awesome. Now, I'm actually working on a book called Intuitive Success on Your Intuition. And I'm interviewing different people, and I interviewed Greg and Reid about a month ago. I know you have an office in New York. I'm from New York.
Okay.
I would love to interview you for 10 minutes one day that you're there,
Yeah,
and
I would love to.
I would love
Yeah.
to learn from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of
All right,
course.
so I'll give you my
In
number?
New York,
or?
yeah, you have
Okay.
your
Hey, vlog, what's going on? I'm actually here with Dylan, who's an author and wrote a book. I'm going to let you explain it, but he wrote a book to try to help out his friend, and he raised over $1 million, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Dylan, why did you write this book, and what was it about?
Okay. So I found out 6 years ago that my friend had a really rare liver disease, and I wanted to help him, so I decided to write a book. And so far, after 6 years, we've sold over 35,000 copies of my book in all 50 states and over 60 countries around the world, and I've raised over almost $1.5 million.
Wow. So you raised $1.5 million and over 70 countries, you said, right?
Yeah, 60.
Yeah, 60 countries. 60 countries, guys. All right, so just last question. I know your mom told you, no, just sell lemonade stands or anything like that. How did you actually decide not to listen to her and go ahead and write this book?
Well, she told me that I should, do something like a lemonade stand or bake sale, like a one-time thing to make like a few $1,000s. And I wanted to do something bigger that I can continue to sell and something that would scale a lot larger and that I could sell for a lot more. So that's how I decided to write a book.
Awesome. The reason I asked that question is because I'm writing a book on your intuition. You know, that gut feeling that you have? So I was very curious to ask why you actually went ahead and still stay stuck with that idea. Dylan, thank you so much for your time. Are you on Instagram and everything?
Yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Chocolate bar book, I think. Dad, what's our Instagram? So chocolate bar.
All right, awesome. I'll follow you on Instagram, okay? Thank you so much, Dylan.
Thank you.
Who are we talking to?
The vlog. Well, YouTube. Hey guys, I'm actually here with the founder of Make-A-Wish Foundation, Frank Shankwitz, who actually I have an interview with him in a couple of weeks back in New York when he arrives.
New York City, the
That's
City
it.
Gala. The City Gala, Ryan Long City Gala, the 22nd and 23rd.
Awesome.
And just check it out online, Ryan Long City Gala, and hopefully you can join us. It's going to be a great event.
Awesome. Now, Frank, just really quickly, 30 seconds, the story of Make-A-Wish. I know it's a long story, but just 30 seconds.
30 seconds. That's impossible. It just started with a little boy wanted to be a police officer. We made that wish happen, and he was the inspiration to start the foundation. And because of this one little boy, now 38 years later, over 450,000 children have received a wish because of a little 7-year-old boy.
That was pretty good, Frank.
Yep.
That was
All right.
good.
All right.
Hey vlog, what's going on? I'm actually here with Lori Taylor. Lori, you have an impactful, strong story. In 30 seconds, I'm trying to test everybody here. In 30 seconds, what's your story?
In 30 seconds, what's my story? I am Lori Taylor. I'm the champion of the underdog. I've helped raise over almost $5 billion for disabled veterans, $5 at a time, and I'm on a mission to help dogs live longer and better. And we've already boosted almost 20 million bowls right now. So here's to helping our dogs and giving to them what they give to us, which is life, everything, air, and joy.
That's awesome. I actually have 2 dogs myself with my wife over there. So you mentioned something towards the end of your talk about Luca. What is Luca?
Luca, that is my vision statement. That is my vision for the world. It's a world where I create love, unity, compassion, and authenticity, no matter what, all day, every day, and I get out of it, I shift right back into it, and I have 4 power words to do it.
Awesome, Lori. And then last question. How has your intuition, that gut feeling that you get, helped you on your success?
My gut feelings, which my intuition, which is my connection to God, that's what I look into. It's just helped me stay on path during the hard times and really trusting myself and trusting the process. Like, I think that's what happens as entrepreneurs, as we work so hard to create and make everything happen that we're so busy doing, we forgot to be. And when you be Luca, you know, when you're being that, you're attracting that. And when you're attracting it, you find solutions instead of stress.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Lori.
Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm actually here with Joey, who actually rapped a great song earlier. Joey, in 30 seconds, what's your story and kind of like what you're about?
Man, I put my melody to entrepreneurs' message. You gotta take their vision, their mission, their why, and I put it and make it an edutaining, so you guys have content to get, you know, Gen Z and the millennials actually entertaining. So all the Fortune 500 companies, come holler at your boy, and I'm gonna make it cool, baby. Definitely.
Hey, you mentioned, I love the line that you talked about the 003s, I think, with Gary Vee.
Yeah, Casey Adams,
What were those lines, man? You have to go with the rhythm, right?
It's Casey Adams. He called me, said he needs me to fly to Virginia so I can make a banger for Gary Vee's 003s. Hit me on Facebook, Joey Yak, and I got a whole video of that song. It's dope.
That's awesome, man. I met Gary Vee myself twice already. Are you working with anything? Was he mentoring you, or
I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, cool.
I've linked with a lot of the big entrepreneurs, and I'm just going, man. So if you were watching this and you want to link up, holler at your boy.
Last question. How has your intuition helped you on your success? You know, that gut feeling that you get when you're like, you know something.
So Tim Grover, he's Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan's trainer. I linked up with him. I've read that book, Relentless, and I've always had like real cleaners, like their instincts, like trust them. Like when I feel something, it's game on, dude. And don't be scared to invest in yourself, because if you don't, why should anyone else invest in you, man?
Awesome.
For real.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Butch, Patrick, I heard your story. I heard what you were about. Actually, I never watched that show. However, what do you do, what you're about in 30 seconds?
Oh, that is quick. Okay,
Yeah.
I've already wasted 5 seconds.
It's a test that I'm doing with everybody.
Munsters was a classic TV sitcom from the 60s. I tour the country helping people do promotions for their businesses by utilizing the fan base of the Munsters. I happen to own the Munster Coach and Dragula tribute vehicles, which allows me to do automotive events, which is my area and my comfort zone. So what I do, crisscross the country, meeting and greeting people and making sure your promotion gets a lot of attention from the media and the fan base that I have.
Awesome. Now you said something really cool. You said some of the people that were part of that production, they went away. They started doing their own thing.
Yes.
How did you stay close to what you knew, what you were about?
Actually, I didn't for years. I got sober almost 8 years ago, November 21st, 2010. And when I got sober, I was still working in the industry on the outside, but now I'm more from the inside looking out as opposed to the outside looking in. I've taken it, and now I control my own destiny as opposed to waiting for it to come to me.
Awesome. Last question. How has your intuition played a role on your success?
How my intuition?
Yeah, that gut feeling that you get, you know, that when you know something is right, wrong, and sticking with it.
I was very lucky that, luckily for me, my first instincts when I would read a script, I would act it as I felt it. And normally, luckily for me, 90% of the time that was right. But the trick to acting isn't when you have it right, it's when you were able to tweak it for what the director wants. So I was very lucky that I could take direction well and I could memorize well. So I made it easy for the directors to work with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Butch, for your time.
You're welcome.
Jeffrey
Hayzlett, how are you doing? Jeffrey Hayzlett, Hayzlett. Don't forget that.
Awesome. Thank you. He just did an amazing talk up there on stage. In 30 seconds, I'm testing everybody. In 30 seconds, what are you about?
I'm all about helping other people. The more you give, the more you get. And it's all about what we do from the C-suite. We're involved with the C-suite network, and it's about big businesses and small businesses helping everybody else rise. And a big part of that's our Hero Club.
Thank you. I love it. And last question. How has intuition helped you on your success?
Well, you know, your gut level is very, very critical to your success in terms of having it, but experience is a lot better than gut level. So having your gut level validated, most important thing you can possibly do. So go with your intuition, but make sure you get it, you know, qualified. Check it out. Make sure, test it, and make sure it works. Because if it works, you'll make $1 million.
Thank you,
or
Jeffrey.
more.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Look at us.
All right. Hey guys, I'm actually here with Pat O'Brien, who actually gave a really cool talk right now in 30 seconds because I'm just testing everybody, see how well they do. What are you about? What's your career? What's up?
First of all, let me say, ¿qué estás haciendo? Carlos, it's nice to meet you. No, I had a brilliant career. I was in sports. I did CBS Sports. I did all the NBA and all the NFL. And I did 5 Olympics. And I was very blessed to have that job. Not many people had the job that where you did everything, and not bragging, but I just happened to be there. So.
Right. No, that's awesome, man. The cool thing about your job, I think, is a lot of it is not scripted. It's more of like
all ad lib,
all right there on the moment.
Yeah.
So, tell me
can't
something.
swear on this, but you got to be so full of bullshit to be able to do the job.
How did intuition, that gut feeling, hey, I'm gonna say this, or hey, this is right, wrong? How did that play a part in your career?
Well, the great thing about sports, Carlos, is you're describing something, so you don't have to really. You have to be able to put into words what you're seeing. You're describing a football player or a football play or a basketball player. And interviewing is a specialty which I'm pretty good at, because you have to get into the guy's head. And the bad interviewers just go, how you been? How did you get in there? But to get into someone's head, that's the talent.
How's this interview going? Is it good?
You and me? You're doing a great job, Carlos.
All right.
You haven't pissed me off yet, so.
Brien, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it, Pat.
Good job, my friend. Good job.